You're listening to Jimi Disu, right here on 99.3 Nigeria Info.
Yeah, good morning, everybody. Welcome to the third quarter of the year. These things are in quarters of the Daily Digest with Jimi Disu. How are you? How have you been? Yes, I took, like I said earlier this morning, I took a 2-week, I always take it like a 2-week vacation every quarter so that I can be refreshed and go to the mountain and come down refreshed and ready to go. I missed you all. Right, Daily Digest is taking a slightly different new turn, and I will keep you informed as we go along. I'm in discussions with certain people, which, if it comes to fruition, I'm a hand make ourselves. Remember that Daily Digest is a magazine program. That's what it is. It's 1 hour of all kinds of things put together. We just have 1 hour to ourselves. We could talk politics. We could talk development. We talk Dear Bumi, as the case would be tomorrow. By the way, I have the guest I have tomorrow, Tochi Okwara, is she in the first instance is a lawyer, and then she's an author, and then the woman fine. So tomorrow's on. Make sure you watch the thing on YouTube. You guys out there, but she's married. So sorry, guys, no deal. Right, so the new quarter will bring us so many things, so many new things. As it comes, we'll unfold them. We'll keep you informed. And let me tell you, tomorrow is Wednesday. Okay, tomorrow is Dear Bumi. Of course, I told you that she will be here. Then on Thursday, if I'm right, on Thursday, yes, we are going to have Tari Taylor. Tari Taylor she ran for councillorship in the just concluded local government elections, and she ran on behalf of the Youth Party, and I think she lost. Not too surprised, but she's going to tell us her experience about how everything went. The Youth Party is a party that I'd like to keep my eyes on, for obvious reasons. I believe that we need something new in the horizon politically. And I think that I can't join the party because I'm not the youth. I'm not like a party that picked a 60-year-old as is, but I'm going to keep my eyes on them. So I have Tari Taylor here tomorrow, and we'll listen to her experience on Thursday rather, and so we'll listen to her experience, and I also use that opportunity to find out what it's all about, what the party is all about, and so on and so forth, and see if we can help them grow the party. The youth have to, you have to make a move, make that move to move to the next level. And I'd be advising you spend less time on Twitter, less time on Instagram, less time doing skits, unless, of course, you're a professional comedian, and spend more time strategizing. This country is going in a direction I really can't understand. And you are the youth of tomorrow. A lot of the things that are happening today is going to fall back on you. For example, some of the loans that are being taken today, the youth. It's during your time that you will have to repay. Okay, so we'll have a Tari on Thursday. Then on Friday, my good mentee, and besides, if you're really into journalism, I like 1 or 2 more people that I can mentor. Show direction. One of them is Mr. Shola Ademilui. He prefers to call himself Anthony. He's a Catholic, but no. In fact, let me correct myself. He prefers to call himself Tony. Tony is a prince of the source. He did a very strong investigative story on what I would call this. I don't want to use the word racket, but I want to use this business of providing security guards for banks and so on and so forth. And he dug into what's going on and how come that you have most of them are graduates. Apparently, I got to know from his report was published on his blog, and he kindly let me put it on my own blog, jimidisu.com. You're free to go there, jimidisu.com, to read the report he wrote on what's actually going on in this. You have a lot of graduates out there as security guards of the banks and so on and so forth. And I said to myself, it must be a trauma for some of these people there you are with a master's degree, and somebody who's been lucky, who knows somebody, who knows somebody, who knows somebody, drives his car. You have to park him and show him the way into the bank. So we're going to look at that. I'm going to give him an assignment further. After that, then we're going to look into what's this thing called, Sheriff? Contract staffing in the bank. We'll also get him to do a report on that. But we'll start with the security guys. Let me give you the title of the article that he wrote. He titled it Monthly Slave Wages. Monthly slave wages for contract private security guards in Nigeria. Monthly slave wages for contract private security guards in Nigeria. Now remember that these guards are employed by the security companies and not by the banks. Let me quickly stress that now. It just occurred to me that you might get the wrong impression. They are employed by the security companies. They are not employed by the bank. But you have a lot of them in the banks and so on and so forth. And Prince, he doesn't like, he says he's a Republican. He likes to be called Mr. He has done a big story on that we will review. Okay, we will review on Friday. So on tomorrow we have Tochi Okpara. She's an author, lawyer. He wrote a book on parenting. You remember she was on the discourse about 2 months ago, and now we want to share a bit of her experience in Diabomi. Then we have the lady. What's her name again? Tari Taylor. She ran for councillorship in. She has a small video. I'm going to put it up on my Instagram in another half an hour, so you can go to my Instagram page and try to circulate her video so that a lot more people get to know about what her experience was like. Somebody saying good morning to me here, good morning to you, and somebody saying please help a friend. I have loads of that too on my plate. Loads of people that have one or two challenges. Talking about challenges, the one thing you don't want to be now is to get ill, either physically or mentally. The costs are astronomical, and I have, for example, somebody who needs about 174 million to get well, a young chap. I'm meeting with the parents tomorrow and we're going to see how we can help raise funds. You need to keep yourself mentally well and physically well. And the earlier you move against some of these things, the better, meaning make sure you take the vaccination, even though the government says it's 1%. Make sure you're part of that 1% for COVID. Make sure at the very least, if you can't put some gauze on your windows, you have a mosquito net, at the very least, and observe yourself very well. The good thing about malaria is you can detect it about 2-3 days before it knocks you down completely. So you move in very quickly. Okay, and from experience now, it's shown that I think it's to the credit of Lagos State that some of their state hospitals are actually becoming more functional. We must admit that they become more functional and more user friendly. And so, if you are not given to wanting to go to the Marble House hospitals on the highbrow area, the only problem you have with government hospitals is your time. You have to give your time, get there early so that you'll be attended to. And I think they have this insurance scheme, some insurance scheme now where you pay some dividend, and then if you have a problem, but please, I have so many complaints of people who have medical challenges. And Emma Titi Labor, how will I say it now to my... Where is Philip? Philip, do you understand Igbo? He doesn't. I don't even know Philip. How would you say Matiti Labor in Igbo? You don't know. You don't know. Yeah, this one is a Lagos boy. Sheriff, this one is what Uncle Sam will call burnt away from Philip has become a Lagos boy. What other language do you speak, Philip? Yoruba. You see. Don't think you will contest election, though you won't win. But I would love to see. I mean, let's face it, life is changing all over the world. Like I was discussing with somebody last week, I'm looking forward to when the United Kingdom will have either a black prime minister or an Indian prime minister, then we'll know we've gone full circle. Obama has broken it for us in the US. Maybe somebody will break it for us in the United Kingdom. And maybe here, maybe after a while, we won't put a premium on indigenship as such. Hopefully we'll get to that. But for now, in a man-no-man country, indigenship takes, it takes the forefront. Now, we're going to also, on Saturday, the discourse is going to show part of the direction in which I'll be going in this third quarter, in the sense that I want to be more intellectual than political. I've discovered that, or realized that some of our elites who are professionals sometimes deliberately mislead our people. They tell them what they want to hear. So, I'm for being honest and open and telling things the way they should be. I like people more. Okay, let me give you an example of why I brought this up. I remember some years back, I was invited by a church, and I was told to talk about the responsibilities of a Christian on Father's Day. Everybody was sniggering. This is about 15 years ago. I remember that day vividly. Everybody was sniggering. They were laughing. Waiting, Jimi Disu, this rascal, So I went and mounted the pulpit and I dissed everybody. And everybody was saying, ha! So in my own true way, after the lecture of about 30 minutes, I now said, look, all of you were looking surprised. This knowledge is where you can find it. Just Google responsibilities of a Christian father, and that's what I did. As I hadn't come off the pulpit when one of the pastors ran to me, Mr. Disu, you don't talk like that. You don't let people know where you got this from. I said, really? He said, no. You're supposed to keep them in. Oh, I said, sorry, I'm not like that. I want to educate our people. Try as much as possible. Bring in real hardcore professional specialists who would tell you as it is, so that nobody is pulling wool over your eyes. For a long time, this has been happening. At the time when you expect, people to, when they are asked questions about certain things, they rather tell you what you want to hear because they want to be on the popular side. And I don't think it is fair. I think people should be told the truth. We should do that service to our people. Even if it doesn't sound palatable to them, let's do that. Maybe if we did that, if we had more people doing that, we'd have a better society. And that is why on Saturday, the discourse, I'm going to bring my very good friend, Leonard San, Yemi Kandi Johnson. All of you know him, brilliant lawyer, even if I say so myself. And I think he's a bit apolitical. At least I don't sense that he has any political leaning. The man says too Ajabota to lean anywhere. That's a joke. That's a joke. Don't think that. And we are going to discuss two things. Listen carefully. We are going to discuss two things with Yemi. We're going to discuss the legal ways to self-determination. The legal ways to self-determination. And what I mean is, okay, there's a lot of activation going on. Okay, there's a lot of activation. There's a lot of, campaign and so on and so on going on. But you don't seem to see what you would call a legal work plan or legal framework by which this self-determination can be achieved. I don't know if you get what I'm saying. You do find a lot of activation going on, rallies and huffing and puffing and all kinds of things. But I don't think anybody, at least nobody, has discussed to my hearing that, okay, this is a plan this is the way in which we are going. This is the legal, you see, because whether you like it or not, you would have to go through that. And that's why I was slightly excited when I heard that the Egbe Omo Odua have now brought up some kind of manual, to guide their activities. What we would like to see again is the plan. Okay, you have a plan. Stage 1 is this. Stage 2 is that. Stage 3 is this. Stage 4 is that. Let us see a plan. So Yemi would be talking about the legal ways to actualize self-determination. The legal ways, about the plan, which the direction and so on and so forth. Now, he's also going to, I hope we will have the time But we are also going to talk about the issue of dual citizenship, which seems to be greatly misunderstood by a lot of people, including myself. Dual citizenship means those who carry more than one passport. What rights do you have? What rights don't you have? Which country supersedes the other? If you have dual citizenship, does it mean you're a full citizen in one country and half a citizen in the other? Or does it mean that the two countries can divide you into two? One will take your left side, the other will take your right side. Or if they divide you laterally, then one will take your brain, the other will take your shokoto and everything. So, Sheriff, don't be afraid. Nobody's touching you at all.
I don't have glasses.
But why did you suddenly, when I talk about cutting people in two, you got frightened.
It's you. It's because of you. I'm thinking of you.
I know. I think I know. I don't even need to know. I don't need to be told my rights. I don't know why I'm still thinking in Yoruba. I think it's because I'm this mountain. I wanted to say me Okoja Yemi, but I don't know how to say it in English. Philip, you said anyway, let me leave him alone. So that's what we are going to discuss on Saturday. So we have a full week's activity ahead of us. We have a full week's activity ahead of us. So we're going to sit back and have some fun. Do I take a break now? I don't take a break at all.
No, it's like you have like 5 minutes.
I have like 5 minutes. Because I want to drink water. And let me take a call.
Yes, we can.
Yes. Hello. Take the first caller. Oh, I need to read the numbers. I'm a bit still on this job now. 0700 993 993 993. And there's also 01465 7190. Now, please, from now and onwards, at least on my program, I'm completely intolerant to any form of abuse. You can say what you want, but I'm completely intolerant to any form of abuse. We all need to be careful how we talk in public and the things that we say. I see a lot of reactions in the social media that I laugh at, mainly because ignorance stares you right there in the face. So if you're not sure of what you're talking about, don't do yourself a disservice, by going to the social media to say things that will become embarrassing to you. So these programs really are supposed to just stimulate you. It's not a matter of life and death. It's not a matter of life and death. It's not a matter to get worked up about. If somebody says something that you don't like, at the very least, if it becomes whatever, then don't listen to him again. It's as simple as that. But I can understand. I understand the one of, I think they call them influencers. I can understand their own. They've done the same thing over and over and over again, thinking you can run down the speaker rather than face the subject. But if that's their tactics, a man has to put some food on his table, so you can't blame them. So we'll take the first call now. First caller. Hello, good morning.
Good morning, sir.
Morning. Who's calling?
Yes, sir. My name is Ruben from Yaba.
Yes, sir.
Hello?
You don't top Okada. I can hardly hear you. Please, I forgot to add when you want to call from a quiet place so we can hear you. Hello, good morning.
Good morning, Uncle Jimmy.
Morning, ma.
This is Pastor Lana
sorry.
From Ulegum.
Morning, sir. Morning, Pastor. I'm so sorry. I wasn't playing a prank, really.
Uncle Jimmy,
yes.
I want to remind you something. You said something that I'm a Hanko.
Hey, we will.
Birthday. Hey, Hanko.
No, we will.
You're saying I'm a Hanko again. Please,
no.
Let us Hanko.
No, I said it's conditional. I said I'm working okay. on some kind of partnership, which if it works,
hello,
you go tire. Yes.
Hello, sir.
Yes.
So quickly, issue. You see, agitation comes up when people feel that there is injustice around. I remember some of these agitations have been there.
Yes.
For some time past, but it is not this loud.
I understand, yes.
But this time around is loud because there is a kind of people are feeling oppressed and injustice. You look at what happened on Saturday in Lagos. This is a sign that people are now losing confidence in the system. Thank you and God bless Nigeria.
Okay, but please be reminded that the what we have on Saturday is not political, it's legal. It is to say because it's your right, you have a right to self-determination, nobody can take it away from you. But the lawyer now is going to advise you on, if you so desire, what are the things that you need to do and what are the various steps you need to take. One thing I can assure you is that it's not going to be an event. It's going to be a marathon that could manifest maybe well after you have gone. But if you feel so, I don't think there's anything wrong in you kickstarting it. So his job on Saturday, or his job, I can't pay him. The favor he's doing you on Saturday really is to show you the legal ways by which these things can be done. Let's start doing things in a proper manner. Let's start doing things in a proper and organized manner. Let us recognize that some of the things we'll do will take time, to manifest, and that is not going to happen immediately. Okay, so I'll take that break now, and then when I come back, we'll discuss a few other things.
Our friend Oliver is what you call a man with a huge appetite. Gigantic, actually. And if there's one phrase we have come to know Oliver for, it is this.
More data, please.
No matter what we offer him.
More data, please.
So, guess what we did?
Our oil sachet, 70 naira, only 70 naira. I said our oil sachet now, 70 naira, only 70. Hey, I'm gonna get cooking oil now, 70 naira for a healthy family. 70 naira, I'm gonna get cooking oil now, 70 naira. Our oil sachet, 70 naira.
Power oil for a healthy family.
Hey, Doredo, better itself. Now 10 gigabyte data just land my Airtel so. Guess how much? 3,000 naira. 3K for 10 gigabyte data. You shock, Abi? Make I add extra shock. 5,000 naira go give you 20 gigabyte data. Now so be for shock.
That's right. With Airtel data, just a little more gets you so much more. Introducing Airtel More for More data plans, like 10 gigabytes for just 3,000 naira and 20 gigabytes for 5,000 naira. Dial *141# today.
Airtel, the smartphone network.
Are you ready to give your child a little taste of Canada this summer? Now you can at Camp Days, hosted by Cornerstone Canadian Academy. A place to learn, play, blossom, and have fun. Come join us in Lucky from August 2nd to 31st. There will be sports, computer activities, and so much more for kids ages 3 to 12. Limited spots are available. Register now by calling 0806-234-4242. What are you waiting for?
Bringing you the latest weekly happenings from pop culture, music, movies, celebrity drop-bys, all wrapped up in great conversation on the Buzz Info. With radio's fabulous Ugochi Adua and Pundit every Fridays from 10 p.m. to 12 a.m. here on 99.3 Nigeria Info. Let's talk.
We're back.
We're back.
We're back.
We're back.
We are back.
We're back on 99.3 Nigeria Info.
You're listening to Jimi Disu, right here on 99.3 Nigeria Info.
Yeah, so welcome back to the Daily Digest with Jimi Disu, okay? And Sheriff, there's a story here that I find quite interesting. I think we spoke about it.
Okay.
And it's a follow-up. It says that court orders DSS to release the 5 Buhari must go protesters arrested at Dunamis Church.
That was the last story that we didn't take.
Yes, yes.
We didn't take it.
And the story here says that the Federal High Court ordered the DSS to release the 5 Buhari must go protesters arrested at Dunamis Church. Remember when the story came up, we were wondering what actually it was. I think I have a bit of a solution to it here. It says the 5 youths are Ben Manasseh, Anene Udoka, Henry Nwodo, Samuel Larry, and Samuel Gabriel, and they were arrested for allegedly wearing the t-shirts with the inciting inscriptions to attend the church service. So they wore it as yes. And then they were arrested by security men listen to this. They were arrested by security men from the Dunamis Church in Lugbe, and the security men handed them over to the DSS. It reminds me of me when I was about 18, 19, during the Kalakuta crisis.
Yeah.
And I used to wear a T-shirt around town, and I had a badge on my beret. Leave fella alone, way back then. I think it lacks a bit, even though you have rights. Look, we need to know that even though you have rights, we also expect you to have what you call discretion. Okay? But this issue is in court, so I can't really talk much about it. And they were arrested for wearing what was called inciting inscriptions to attend a church service. This is going to be very interesting to see. But the DSS have refused to release them from detention. And the story here says that following the alleged refusal by the DSS to release them from detention or charge them to court, the arrested Jews, through their lawyer, Tokwe Temokun, filed an application to enforce their fundamental human rights. And so the lawyer argued about, how they were entitled to their fundamental human rights and so on and so forth. And so, of course, the normal defendants cited there the President Buhari, the GO of the church, and the Attorney General. Well, after listening to the separate expert applications, Justice Anwuli Chikere ordered the DSS to release the applicants with immediate effect. The matter was subsequently adjourned till August 2. Well, the case is in court really, so we can't talk that much about it. I need to know this theory about cases being in court. Is it a convention or is it a law that cases that are in court cannot be discussed? Discussion, of course, tells you not to do that. But I'd like to know that if there is a standing law. But you're not a lawyer. Why am I asking you now?
I'm not. I wasn't going to answer.
I wanted to throw you at the bus, but I didn't succeed. I used the wrong bus. I used the Danfo instead of the BRT bus. But I actually do wonder. I wonder if
I think one can discuss it. You can't just discuss the merit of it. You can't discuss it, but you can talk about it in some ways that you will not say the court will do this, the court should do this, the court should do that. This person is guilty, that person is guilty. You can't say all of those things.
It's a very thin line, though. Considering that I covered the courts, imagine I covered the courts as a 19-year-old for the Daily Times. And I got one or two bylines in that process. I pay tribute to the late Chinaka Fine Country, and that. And of course, Tony Makoju, who was also my Oga at that time. Yeah, because I'd wondered, I think I read, was it somewhere in the social media, somebody was saying that the judge did not issue. You can cover the courts, you can report, exactly. But I don't think you can give an opinion. But the question are now, okay, fine. So most likely, if you do give an opinion, then it will be contempt of court.
Yep.
Is that what it will be?
Yeah, that's a contempt, yes.
Contempt of court, okay. Let me, there's somebody on the line.
Yes.
Very persistent. Hello, good morning.
That's another one.
Okay, hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning, Oga Jimmy.
Morning, sir.
How are you today?
I'm very well.
Yeah, Ikenna is my name.
Morning, Ikenna. How are you?
Mr. Sheriff, how are you doing?
I'm doing okay, Ikenna.
Yeah. There was something you talked about during the review of newspapers, which was about the funeral. I want to believe you're talking about the one that happened in Oba. I don't know if you've addressed.
Okay, yeah, you mentioned funeral. That you
I was going to talk about it, and I am, and I might as well talk about it now. I think that.
Can I hear my 2 cents on it?
You want to talk before me? Okay, go ahead.
Okay, don't worry, you talk.
No, go ahead now. Just go ahead.
Oh yeah, talk
first.
Oh yeah, let's
have a discussion. You talk.
Yeah, Ikenna, go on.
Okay. The burial in Oba was just one of a kind, if I may put it that way. And why do I say this? I say this in line with our values. Our values, and I'm not here to condemn or to say this is how one should bury his loved one, or the social implications and all whatnot. That's not what I'm here to say. But I'm looking at the import of this on young minds.
Yes.
Where people organize events, someone pick up a wrap of like 500,000 naira, and you're just stoning each other as if no money has lost its value. We should understand that no matter, like I was telling someone that we've had burials, grand burials around town in Nigeria. This is not the first, and it will not be the last. But this one became more popular because of the individual involved, social media presence and all whatnot. Okay, but we shouldn't encourage this in any way. Okay? There is a need for us to celebrate hard work. There's a need for us to celebrate dedication. There's a need for us to celebrate, consistency to legal obligations, to things that are legal.
Yes.
Okay? So I don't know what people would make of it, but that's my own position. We should be mindful of our values. We should be mindful of our ethics. We should be mindful of our traditions.
You know what? You know what?
Yes.
I'm going to sue you for copyright. You hacked into my brain. but I do appreciate, I do appreciate, and that was the line along which I was thinking. You see, it brings a lot of social pressure on our youth, to the point that when you hear that our youth would eat a sandwich of bread and feces just so that they can make money, or they'll sleep with a cow, or that kind of obscenity. This is what you get. I don't, I don't care whatever anybody does with his money, but I expect every adult to think of the impacts that you're making on society by your actions. Then I'm also wondering what kind of mind just throws money in the air and stamps on it. I'm at a loss as to what the whole message is all about. Okay, fine, you did all that. I hear that he has impacted a lot of people. Something tells me, for example, if they put all that money in a basket, they could build a nice factory somewhere where it is a win-win situation. They would benefit as investors, and they'll be providing employment.
We're talking about impacting on a whole lot of people. There are people who have done wonders, and there are people still doing wonders in the lives of so many people around town. But coming out this way, I don't know. Like I told someone, it's not because of the impact he has made. It's because he's very wealthy, and it's also because he has a social media presence. That's why the event turned out the way it turned out. It's not because of the.
But let me ask you, what is wealth really? If we were to look at it, wealth is not defined as owning money. Do you understand what I'm saying? You are not successful because of the naira that you have in the bank.
Very true.
It's a thing of the mind. It's like beauty. Beauty is in the eyes of the beholder.
Very true.
But most important is about a peace of mind. But if you have a kind of "if only mama could see me now" attitude, it haunts you for life.
Very true.
And you will never really be. I think it was unfortunate. But let me tell you also what was also unfortunate. What was also unfortunate is part of the reaction. It's quite a number of people endorsed it. But some people started castigating, to put it bluntly, Igbo people as if they're the only ones who are doing things that should concern society. Across the country, in parts of the other parts of the South, for example, you do find a different kind of obscenity.
Yes.
At the parties. Maybe they are not throwing money and stamping on it, but you do find a different kind of obscenity in terms of dancing, dressing, exposure, the kind of music, the lyrics, and all these. And now there's a wedding coming up somewhere, and you have 200 and how many people form a committee to plan the wedding. I mean, I've seen videos of people to up north, young men of no visible livelihood, driving the biggest cars. They are the son of this and the son of that, driving Rolls Royces and so on and so forth. The question is, what does it do for us as a country? What it does for us as a country is that if we don't correct all these ills, we're only headed in one direction. You know. I thank you for your contribution. I'm going to send you a bill. Are you a lawyer by any chance?
Yes, I am. I'm a lawyer.
I thought from the way you were speaking, don't worry, I'll hire you as my lawyer to collect my money from you.
Thank you very much, Mr. Jimmy.
God bless you. What's your name again, sir?
Ikenna is my name.
Ikenna. Thank you very much, Ikenna.
Cheers.
Yes, that was a nice discussion I had with Ikenna. When you saw the videos of this funeral, what did you think, Cherry?
What I thought, let me see.
Let me tell you what I thought. The first of all, I found it completely obscene. I'm not used to such things. You know, I don't even like spraying of any sort anyway. I mean, so let's take it up from there. Of any sort at all. Whether I don't like spraying. I've never liked it, even before it got this degenerate. And so the question I asked myself is, okay, now, so fine, you're throwing the money up, like, it's like somebody who went and who used about 500,000 to buy a banger. Boom, and that's it. Okay, so you throw the money up, and then so what next? So what was the high? What was it all about?
It's only the person who was spraying that can tell you the excitement they derive from it.
I don't know. I don't know. But you see, and listen, nobody is trampling on anybody's rights.
And we're not trying to condemn anybody.
We're not trying to condemn anybody, but there's a larger responsibility to society, especially to our young people, to set because what happens is this puts young people under pressure. If we had seen this when we were growing up, we wouldn't be sitting down talking to Renchi in a radio station for the pennies that we are doing. That's what it is. All of us, I can imagine. Let me boast a bit.
Yeah.
Sherry, do you think with the kind of brain that I had, if I did for one, I'm at the salon, man?
Mati hammer gone.
I for don't hammer. Let's resign and go and do this job.
No. It's too late.
I for don't hammer.
It's too late.
No, but talking seriously, it's something that we needs to be it needs to be, well, I don't want to use the word condemned, but it's something that we need to appeal to those who indulge in these things to please know that when your status is up there, you should be more conscious of your society than of your own whatever. And whatever you do will be setting examples to those who have not been. And it's God that gives these things. Some people have been just as hardworking as these guys, but everything, like they say, is in God's own time.
I think it's an African thing. I think it's an African thing, whether they are poor, whether they are rich, whether they are in Nigeria or in Kenya or in the UK or America. They love to spray money at events. They love to show affluence. They love to show
what I discovered
wealth.
in my travels. I think the designers of these high-end phones always think of Africans and black people when they're designing them, because
but you're not totally wrong.
Yeah, because I mean, I remember, I'll never forget. I sat when phones first came out, and some of us were using all this. I sat next to one of the MDs of Dangote many years back. He had a 3310. So I needled him. I think it was a German or so, and I cracked him up. I said, "How come you're using this phone?" He said, "What does the phone do? He can dial out and he can receive. In those days, there were no SMSs as such. He said, he can dial out and can receive." And he held his phone.
As long as he can.
We are the ones who will buy the expensive phones, put them on the table for everybody to see, and so on and so forth. We need to curb our excesses. It's not helping us at all. A time will come when it will be so difficult to negotiate with the youth of this country. They won't be asking for jobs. They'll be asking for Ferraris. Yes. A time, if care is not taken and things get completely out of turn, it will be very difficult to negotiate with the youth of this country. What will you be offering them? They'll be asking for Ferraris, asking for PJs. You know what the PJ is?
Private jets.
No, I thought you would say pajamas.
I
thought you would say pajamas.
You fall my hand.
I fall your hand. You fall your hand. Okay. When I see the videos also of them in the private jets, and this new habit that our young people have, going to people in the front of people's houses and taking selfies by the car. By the way, somebody took a selfie, it was about 2-3 years back. I saw him taking a selfie with my car. So I grabbed the guy and I insisted that he delete the photographs. Now, let me explain why. I explained to him after I grabbed him and deleted the whatever. Supposing this guy, I don't know him from Adam, he takes a selfie with my car, with my number in view, and he goes do some nonsense somewhere, and his phone falls off. The police go through his phone, they see his photograph standing by the car, say, okay, this will be the car. From this car, we will know that this is the man. Okay, so what do? They take the number of my car, they go to the registry, they check the number and say, yes, that boy, his name is Jimi Disu. Then they start looking for him. When the police get to you, they will know. They will most likely know that you're probably not the one. But you don't now. Police, even if you stop by to use toilet in police, you was dropped. And it could be a whole lot of wahala. And so we need to stop all this. I don't think success is about material things, really. I think it's more about peace of mind. Because usually when you find, like my cousin would always say, if only mama could see me now, you could see that sometimes they are tormented. They must show it, ne? They got to show it. They must show it. And that in itself shows that you really are not yet successful. You don't have that peace of mind. That peace of mind that makes a man with an omolanke park under the palm tree and spread out his legs and arms and sleep. He knows nobody's going to rob him or anything, and he's happy with himself. I have only 10 more minutes to go. I need to take some calls.
Yes.
Hello, good morning. Good morning.
Good morning. How are you?
I'm good, sir. Who's calling?
Yinka Ibidoni.
Ah! Oyore! Oyore! This guy is calling in from my past. How are you? I'm not disabled. I'm a young man. You are old. By the way, listeners, this gentleman is an old classmate of mine. I've not seen him. I've not heard from him from the 70s. How are you doing?
Well, I'm okay. They know me at Nigeria Info some time ago, but it's a long time because I can't get their signal very well anymore.
Where is that so I can report?
I did for Isaliake here.
In Abeokuta. Okay. I'll let them, Sheriff. We'll let them know.
So, now, when we were young,
yes,
we were not brought up in this spraying thing. So, some of us, we even frown at juju parties and some people that, in those days, it's those people that have private company, like Carpet, Remo Carpet, Kinikon. Those are the people that started all these things, though. And it became part of our culture. It's not, we do it in the olden days, like, my own grandfather is an Ogboni man, a chief. He just does it to people like Ayinla Omowura when he's drumming. They will put the coins on his forehead like this. But we emerge in everything into bad situations. That is how we got into this idea of people spraying millions and thousands of naira on the floor, and people thinking that that's a demonstration of money. Even actually,
yes,
people will say they want to do Ashwebi, and they will. In those days, they don't do it the way they do it now. I remember when I was in government, somebody was doing the marriage of his daughter, and he sent me an invitation saying Ashwebi is 70,000. I just thought
nobody buys 70,000 Ashwebi again, or you're ancient.
I know.
Ashwebi is now 350. And what even happens? I remember back then, before you could do electronic banking, back then they'll send you the invitation with a teller. So you get up from your house, you will go with a teller and go and line up at the bank. That's why I'm saying I agree with you that it's that, but all of us are. I don't want people castigating one, because these guys are from the east. You say is this no? Even the west, we have our own. Even in the north, they do have that too, and everybody is going gaga nationwide. And I think it's a very unfortunate thing. I hope we will call ourselves to order. It's not also held by religious leaders. Let me be honest with you. When you have a religious leader who drives a 40, 45, 50, 55 million naira car, bulletproof, 100 and something million Rolls Royce, and all these things. What example? I remember the good old reference we had with their good old 404s and 504s of, and the yayat, just some mama, it's all gone gaga and it's gone crazy. And the only thing it will do, unless we curb it, is it will ruin our society. Thank you very much.
It's already ruining it. It's already ruining it.
Thank you very much, Oyo. I'll come and see you in Abeokuta one of these days. I'll take.
My birthday is on the 12th. I will let you know.
Okay, I will come. How old will you be? I think you're about 80 or something like that. 85.
80.
Okay, yeah, thank you very much. God bless you. I'll visit him. I actually wanted to take a train journey. I keep saying that I want to take a journey. So I would have taken it to Abeokuta, but I hear that he broke down somewhere in the bush.
The trains are...
The trains are what?
Nothing.
No. Tell me now. Go ahead. I won't beat you.
No, of course. We're on air.
You
do that off air.
Okay, let me take one or two more calls and I'll be out of here. It's good to be back. I'm having fun already. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Morning.
Jimi Disu.
Ma, sir.
This is a first-time caller.
Yes, ma.
My name is Fola.
Yes, ma.
I am somebody of your generation.
Yes, ma.
All this spraying thing, it has been there in the 60s. You remember?
Yes.
Sonny and Ube?
Yes.
We used to do it then, but with finesse.
Yes.
It's not like insulting the currency. These people are insulting the currency. Spraying money and stepping on it is a sort of insult on the Nigerian nation. That is the way I take it.
Yes, it's even a crime.
This currency is just a worthless toilet paper. And it is very, very unfortunate.
I even think it's a sheriff. I think there's a law against it. There's a law against spraying.
Yes. The currency is worthless. What are they portraying? All the churches should stop taking offering in Naira. I think it goes beyond that spraying. That is the way I take it. It goes beyond that. It is a way of insulting the country. And it's better be stopped.
Okay.
I remember Soludo make a law or something like that in his time that we should stop this spraying thing. Then it was a minister. Then a minister of aviation, one woman like that.
Oh, okay, thank you, ma. I got to go. Thank you, ma. Point noted. Let me also say again, I'd like to repeat to put things in balance. Almost about 10 years ago, on the top social club here in Lagos, right here, it's top social club, this kind of thing happened until somebody brought it to their attention. So it's not exclusive to they would put the money down. These ones, they'd actually arrange the money and start dancing on it. And I think somebody must have called. I raised hell then. I think I must have been at Classic. It was when I was at Classic, and I raised hell then. And somebody finally called them to other. Anyway, let's all behave ourselves. Okay? I got to get out of here. The techers are here. They'll be in here any minute from now. It's good to be back. I've enjoyed myself. I hope you've enjoyed yourselves too. Tomorrow is Dear Bumi. Tochi Okwara will be here. She's a lawyer and author. She'll be here, and we'll sit down and have the fun as usual.
I've had fun too. Thank you. Thank you for inviting me.
I was just going to thank you.
Thank you for inviting me.
I was going to.
I've had fun. I enjoyed the coffee you served me.
Oh, don't let me talk about it. Okay. I mean, Sheriff. I was just going to say I'd like to thank Sheriff, and then he thanks himself. Okay, guys, I'll see you all tomorrow, okay?
You
9
are
a.m.
listening to your number one station for talk.
99.3 Nigeria Info.
99.3 Nigeria Info. Let's talk. 99.3 Nigeria Info. We are more than just radio. Subscribe to our YouTube channel at Nigeria Info FM. Check us out on Facebook at Nigeria Info 99.3. Follow us on Twitter at Nigeria Info FM and on Instagram at Nigeria Info FM Lagos for live updates as it happens. 99.3 Nigeria Info. Let's talk.